Cold open, in a small town in Ohio at 6 a.m. Dale Hutchins was scraping frost off his pickup truck's windshield. Age 43, profession at school janitor. Twice divorced. One dog named Biscuit. Dale's entire career had taught him one thing. No matter how bad the mess is, you clean it up quietly, without ever asking, how did this happen? That's when his phone rings, an unknown number. Mr. Hutchins? We're offering an interstellar labor contract. Zero-G maintenance work. High risk, higher pay. Dale takes the last sip of his coffee. How high a risk? Statistically, your survival probability is quite low. Dale shrugs. Don't lecture me about survival probability. After the 2019 cafeteria chili incident. So you accept? When do we leave? Warning scene. The recruitment officer and a tall, exhausted-looking man named Agent Reyes Reed slaps a file down on the table in front of Dale. This mission is classified. Planet designation Kraxis-9, 3 expeditions went. 1 came back. Even that one, incomplete. Dale opens the file, glances at it, and closes it again. One page just says do not, the rest is blacked out. Because everyone who read what was written resigned. Cool. Reyes stares at him. You're not understanding. This is the Council's most dangerous survey mission. You're a janitor, Mr. Hutchins, not a warrior. Dale picks up his bag. Mopping floors is a war too, officer. Just no medals for it. Reyes shakes his head, half defeated. Fine, sign here. Dale signs, sets the pen down and smiles. Relax, I'll be fine. Reyes pauses on his way to the door. Don't blame me if you come back in a box. Squad introduction. In the launch bay, Dale meets his squad, and this is where things get interesting. Commander Vrael Thosigan, an 8-foot-tall alien with crystalline skin that refracts light like a diamond. He has a record of over 200 combat missions and is one of the Council's Void class warriors, meaning his blood literally doesn't boil even in a vacuum. A small insect-eyed alien with 4 arms, holder of the fastest reflex time in her squadron, 0.03 seconds, faster than any known species. Her body's heat signature can go completely invisible on command. Dr. Kessa Miranvol, an amphibian-like alien whose skin constantly secretes moisture. She is the Council's top xenobiologist, having written antidote protocols for over 40 hostile ecosystems. Tech specialist Ordoran, a small, mechanical-limbed alien who can't even walk without his exoskeleton, but whose IQ equivalent puts him in the Council's top 0.01%. He holds the equivalent of 2 PhDs in quantum shielding. And then, Dale. No armor, no enhancements. Just a fleece jacket, work gloves, and a thermos of coffee. Vrael looks at him, his translator device glitching slightly. This is our 5th member. Dale Hutchins. Dale extends a hand. Maintenance. Nix blinks her 4 eyes, one at a time. He has no combat rating. I just need a broom and I'm good. Dale shrugs. Ordo adjusts his exoskeleton, pointing a scanner at Dale. Scan reveals no cybernetic enhancement, no genetic modification, average bone density, average muscle mass. Buddy, I'm not failing your exam, Dale says. Come on, the coffee's getting cold. The whole squad exchanges looks, confusion mixed with mild concern. Vrael briefs the team. Kraxis-9's atmosphere is corrosive. Unprotected skin blisters in 40 seconds. Dale sipping his coffee. So basically like an Arizona summer. Vrael pauses. What is Arizona? A place where even sunscreen gives up. Kessa says, the planet's gravity fluctuations increase 3x every 6 hours. This can cause organ collapse. Sounds like getting up off the couch after Thanksgiving dinner, Dale says. Kessa's eyes go wide. That is, not comparable. Trust me, it feels about the same. Nix says, there are native predators there that hunt by sound frequency. One noise and the whole pack shows up. So basically like my ex-wife's phone call when the bill's late, Dale says. Deadpan. The squad falls into a brief silence. Ordo says, surface temperature hits 60 degrees C during the day and 52 at night. Equipment can't handle that stress. Michigan weather randomly does the same thing, Dale says, zipping up his jacket. Vrael checks his helmet. Is this human serious or not? Kessa says, the planet's soil contains spores that can dissolve the respiratory system from the inside. Dale says, the cafeteria's Monday meatloaf did something pretty similar. Ordo nearly drops his scanner catching it. Round 6, final escalation. Vrael, Now in a more serious tone. The last team that went, only one human came back, and he never spoke to anyone again. After a brief silence, Dale says, "Sounds like family Thanksgiving after the divorce." The whole squad goes completely quiet, this time not from laughter, just confusion. Arrival and world reveal. When the ship lands on Kraxis-9's surface, the doors open to reveal a scorched purple-orange sky. The ground gleams like cracked glass, and the air is so thick that even standard breathing filters struggle. Frail's crystalline armor immediately releases. A protective haze and a faint shimmer forms around his skin, as if trying to cool himself down. Nyx's fast reflex body slows down too, her 4 legs trembling slightly as if the heat is dulling her nervous system. Kessa's moisture-based skin starts drying out immediately, and she activates her emergency hydration pack. Ordo's exoskeleton starts beeping. Overheating. Structural integrity, 74%. And Dale? Dale takes off his fleece jacket, ties it around his waist, and says, "It's warm out." Vrail turns to look at him, breathing a little heavy. This temperature isn't affecting you?" "Buddy, I coached football in Texas in July. This is nothing." Kessa points her scanner at Dale. No abnormal readings. Perfectly normal human vitals. How is this possible?" she says with mild confusion. Dale shrugs, opening his thermos. "Maybe genetics. Or maybe I'm just stubborn." The squad looks at each other. No answer found, just a new question. Acid rain. Suddenly clouds start gathering in the sky, thick and greenish. Vrail immediately gives the alert. Acid precipitation incoming. "Seal your suits now!" The entire squad seals their helmets, activates emergency shelters. The rain begins. Sizzling sounds echo off the metal panels, smoke rising. Dale just pulls up his hood and pulls out a tarp he keeps in his truck. For emergencies, draping it over himself. That's just plastic," Ordo says, checking his scanner. "How is that resisting corrosive rain?" "This is 2 mil polytarp," Dale says over the sound of the rain. $8 at the hardware store. Used to use it for roof leaks. The rain stops. The squad suits have cracks in them. Dale's tarp is completely fine. The singing predators. At night, a strange, haunting sound echoes, like 1,000 voices singing together. Nyx freezes instantly. "Sound hunters," she whispers. "They're locating us through our heat signature and movement." The whole squad activates stealth protocols. Silent movement. Heat dampening suits, minimal noise. Dale just pulls out his headphones and turns on a white noise machine. He keeps in his truck for insomnia. "How is that going to work?" Kessa asks, frightened. "My neighbor's dog used to bark all night. I learned from that. When background noise is consistent, the brain stops treating new sounds as a threat. The predators come close and get confused, then leave." Dale falls asleep. Ordo writes in his log entry voiceover. "Subject Hutchins. Neutralized apparent apex predators using a device registered in our classification system as sound machine. Sleep aid. I am reconsidering my threat assessment protocols." The gravity wells. The planet's gravity fluctuations peak. The whole squad activates magnetic boots. Movement becomes almost impossible. Even Vrail loses his balance. Dale just gets down on his hands and knees. This is the same trick I used whenever I slipped on ice in the school parking lot. Low center of gravity. The squad, struggling with their heavy equipment, watches Dale crawl casually as if it's a joke. "That's basic," Vrail says with slight frustration, but effective. The collapse zone. A cave system starts collapsing while the squad is exploring inside. Structural integrity failing, dust and debris falling. "Emergency evacuation protocol," Vrail shouts. Dale, who was already a bit behind, knocks on the wall twice, then pauses to listen. "This area's stable," he says. Doesn't sound hollow. "You're assessing structural integrity just by knocking?" Ordo asks, astonished. "I've been checking basement pipes this way for 20 years. The wall tells you when it's about to give." The squad follows his advice, and the cave holds until everyone gets out. Status flip. That night, sitting at camp, Vrail approaches Dale. "We were wrong," he says plainly. "We thought weakness was a measurement. Strength, speed, enhancement. But you represent a different kind of survival." Nyx looks at Dale with her 4 eyes with a hint of respect. "You're not weak. You're just calibrated differently." Kessa smiles slightly, as much as her species can smile. "Will you lead tomorrow's exploration?" Dale finishes his coffee. As long as nobody asks me to be a survival guide, I'm fine. Ordo updates his log, adding a new tag next to Dale's name. Reliability. Maximum. Cliffhanger close. The camp goes quiet. Dale is lying down, fleece jacket draped over him. When Nyx's antenna suddenly twitches. Something's approaching, she whispers. Very large, very quiet. The ground trembles slightly and like footsteps, but so massive the vibration is felt in the air itself. Vrail activates his scanner, and his face, as much expression as a crystalline, face can show and displays genuine fear for the first time. This isn't anything in our records. Dale sits up slightly, thermos in one hand, eyes on the horizon. How big? Vrail looks at the scanner, his voice shaking. Building-sized. Dale closes his thermos and smiles faintly. All right, now this is getting interesting.